The other day, I was invited by Secretary Harry Roque to go on his show, which is one of these public service shows that he does weekly. And by coincidence, this show was shot or taped in Malacanang Palace. So he was doing another interview. So in the meantime, I was able to walk around and look what the old palace looks like now. Like the palace has always been, many of the rooms have been repurposed. It's no longer used in the same way. But then it's always been that way. The rooms always changed their functions as time went on, and according to need and according to availability. But it touches you in a certain spot because this is where you spent your childhood. And the little corners all have memories too. Every little place means something because this happened there. I fell over there. This is where I fought with my sister. This is where we made up, and that sort of thing. Opisina ito dati. Nung ginagawa yung palasyo, dito nag-opisina yung father ko eh. Ito, hindi ito conference hall noon. Ibang ginawa dito. It's nice to bring back those childhood memories when life was so simple and so straightforward. Amy and I would have this really drag out, screaming matches, and then eventually actual fights. We would run after each other with intent to harm. We had to my father, and he really was my friend. Ano yan?
Play niya yung announcement ng Marshall.
First of all, the portrayal of him by his opposition, especially the demonization of my dad. That's just, if you knew him and you've seen the way he works and the things he does and the things that he worries about, it just doesn't have any connection to what he really was as a man. That's why it's easy for us to just look at these detractors and say, yeah, I guess that's what you want us to believe, but that's simply not the case. This idea or this feeling or this, shall we say, opinion I have of my father, of the man, has just been strengthened as time goes on. You'd think when you grow up, you say, well, I was a kid, siguro kala hindi ko naintindihan what was really going on. But the more I see, the more I learn, the wiser, hopefully, I'm getting. I can see that that's really the way he was. That's really the person he was, and that he meant it. This wasn't propaganda for him. The things that he said were not. He meant it. That was really what he was trying to do. There's propaganda and there's the truth. Marami tayong kasabihan, bilog ang mundo, the pendulum will always swing back, all of these things. But I think it really derives from the fact that, whereas other people will say that this is what we believe, this is what we would like to do, they haven't really backed it up. Whereas when he said, I'm going to build a nation, he did. He built the nation. He did all of these things that never mind the systems or the political thinking that he tried to espouse and to endorse and to put into our system. Beyond that, just the physical evidence of all the work that he did to build this country up. He has that. Nobody else does. And that's why. It serves to look at it as objectively as possible and recognize there's propaganda in all political rhetoric. I mean, that's just part of it. So we try to get beyond that and try to see what actually happened. We are still in a situation where there are very, very, very many people who were around in the time of my father's administration, and ask them, what was it like? How were you treated? What did you what was did life improve? Did it get worse? Did people care? Did they not care? I always say, don't listen to me. I'm his son. Of course I'll defend him. Of course I'll say he did the right thing. But look at the record. Look at actual. If you cannot go through all the rhetoric, all the opinion, all of the academic analyses, just look at the record in quantitative terms. What did he actually do? How did life improve? What were things how many schools did he build? How many institutions did he strengthen? All of those things. I mean, there are objective tests to the success of a government, of an administration. Use those objective tests. I encourage them. Use those. I try to think sometimes. I do think of this, and I say, what would my dad, if he was there, looking down, what's he saying? I think he'd be laughing. Honestly, because. And sometimes, when I'm going through, when things are tough, and it's like, oh God, how do I do this? What am I going to do? I can almost hear his what? Oh, mahirap ano? Mahirap ano? Sige, kaya mo yan, pero mahirap ano? And I can almost hear him saying that. So I think that would be his attitude. He has confidence that you can do it, but he's sort of entertained that, you didn't think it was going to be this hard, did you?
you.